Your life isn't falling apart. Your brain just thinks it is. Because to your mind, a quiet day is suspicious. No chaos, no danger. Better invent one. You're not scared of what's happening. You're scared of what your brain is imagining will happen. Let's break down why your mind keeps creating problems that don't exist and why it's not madness. It's survival. Number 10, your brain creates problems because it was built for danger, not peace. You think your brain wants you to be happy. It doesn't. It wants you to stay alive. And for most of human history, staying alive meant one thing: expect something bad. Always. A rustle in the grass was a threat. A shadow could be a predator. Silence meant danger was near. Your brain evolved to scan for problems nonstop. Not because you're anxious, but because your ancestors survived by being paranoid. Fast forward to today. No predators. No life or death threats. Just emails, deadlines, texts, and people who don't reply fast enough. But your brain doesn't know the difference. So it keeps doing what it always did. Search for danger that isn't there. That sinking feeling, that sudden panic, that thought spiral at 2 a.m. It's not because something's wrong. It's because your mind thinks peace is unrealistic. Your brain isn't broken. It's outdated. And outdated hardware creates imaginary threats. Number 9, your brain fills in the unknown with the worst possible outcome. Your mind hates uncertainty more than it hates pain. So when it doesn't know something, it invents something. Usually the worst scenario. No text back? They hate you. A small mistake at work? You're getting fired. A slight pain in your chest? Definitely dying. Someone looks at you strangely? You must have done something wrong. Your brain predicts disaster not because it's realistic, but because fear feels safer than not knowing. If you expect the worst, you can't be blindsided. This is why imaginary problems feel so real. Your brain would rather terrify you than leave you uncertain. The problem isn't your life. It's your brain constantly preparing for impact, even when nothing is falling. Number 8, your brain creates problems because it mistakes your thoughts for reality. Most people don't fear reality. They fear their interpretation of reality. Your mind doesn't show you the world as it is. It shows you the world as it fears it might become. So a random thought isn't just a thought. Your brain treats it like a warning. You think, what if they're mad at me? Your brain hears, they are mad at you. You think, what if something goes wrong? Your brain hears, something is going wrong. You think, what if I'm not good enough? Your brain hears, you're definitely not good enough. Your thoughts trigger the same neural pathways as real physical danger. Your brain can't tell the difference between a tiger in the room and a thought about a tiger in the room. So you live in fight or flight without anything to fight and nowhere to run. This is why imaginary problems feel real. Your brain fires the alarms even when there is no fire. Your mind isn't dramatic. It's misinformed. Number 7, your brain creates problems because it learned danger from your past. Your brain remembers every wound long after you've forgotten the details. A betrayal from years ago becomes, people can't be trusted. A heartbreak becomes, don't get too close. A failure becomes, don't try again. A moment of shame becomes, be perfect or be judged. So when something resembles the past, even slightly, your mind doesn't wait for proof. It assumes danger. Someone raises their voice, your brain flashes back to every time you felt small. Someone pulls away emotionally, your brain relives every abandonment. Someone criticizes you, your brain hears every insult you absorbed as a child. Your past becomes a filter, and through that filter, everything looks threatening. You're not reacting to this moment. You're reacting to every moment that hurt you compressed into one. Your brain isn't creating imaginary problems. It's replaying old ones in self-defense. Except now, they're ghosts, not threats. And ghosts can't hurt you unless you believe they're still alive. Number 6, your brain creates problems because it thinks constant worry. Control somewhere along the line, you learned a dangerous illusion. If I think about every possible problem, I can stop bad things from happening. But worry isn't control. Worry is self-torture dressed as responsibility. Your brain misinterprets your overthinking as effort. If we worry enough, we're doing something. But you're not solving anything. You're rehearsing disasters that never arrive. You pace, you analyze, you replay, you catastrophize, and you confuse this mental chaos for being prepared. But here's the truth your brain hates. Worry doesn't prevent the future. It ruins the present. Your brain is not trying to hurt you. It's trying to protect you using the only strategy it knows. Stay scared. Stay ready. Imaginary problems aren't random. They're your brain's last desperate attempt to feel in control. Number 5, your brain creates problems because it can't handle stillness anymore. Modern life overstimulated you so intensely that silence now feels dangerous. Your brain is used to noise, notifications, scrolling, messages, deadlines, content, comparison. So when life gets quiet, your brain panics. What did we miss? What's wrong? Why is it calm? It doesn't trust peace because peace feels unfamiliar. This is why your worst thoughts appear when you try to sleep, you finally rest, you take a break, you're alone with your mind. Nothing is happening externally. Your brain isn't trying to ruin your peace. It's trying to fill the silence because silence forces it to confront emotions it has avoided for years. A mind addicted to stimulation creates problems just to feel normal. Your brain doesn't fear danger. It fears stillness. Number 4, your brain creates problems because it treats discomfort as danger. Your brain can't tell the difference between this is uncomfortable and this is unsafe. So every uncomfortable feeling becomes a threat. A difficult conversation, danger. A new opportunity, danger. Someone getting too close, danger. Trying something you've never done, danger. Sitting with your own emotions, maximum danger. Your brain labels anything unfamiliar as a risk, not because you're weak, but because your nervous system was trained to associate discomfort with punishment, embarrassment, failure, or loss. So now, when life asks you to stretch, your brain throws alarms. It's not predicting danger. It's protecting you from growth because growth feels like risk. Imaginary problems aren't random. They arise exactly at the moments you're about to outgrow your old self. Your brain isn't scared of danger. It's scared of change. Number 3, your brain creates problems because you're afraid of calm that doesn't feel earned. You've lived so long in chaos, you don't trust peace anymore. When things finally start going well, some part of you whispers, "This won't last. This is too good. Something's coming. Don't relax yet." So your brain creates a problem to match the fear you already feel inside. This is why you ruin good moments. This is why you expect disappointment. This is why stability feels temporary. This is why happiness feels suspicious. Your brain is addicted to the emotional baseline of your past. If you grew up with stress, calm feels unsafe. If you grew up with inconsistency, stability feels unreal. If you grew up waiting for the other shoe to drop, your brain drops it for you. Imaginary problems are not signs of dysfunction. They're signs that peace feels foreign. Your brain recreates the chaos it's used to because familiarity feels safer than happiness. You're not cursed, you're conditioned. Number 2, your brain creates problems because it learned fear faster than it learned. Safety fear is instant. Safety is learned. Your brain remembers danger after one experience, but it takes dozens of safe experiences before your brain says, "Okay, maybe we're not in danger anymore." That's why one bad moment outweighs 10 good ones. One harsh comment outweighs years of support. One rejection outweighs every time someone accepted you. Your brain was never trained for safety. It was trained for survival. So even when nothing is wrong, your brain still whispers, "Be careful. Something might happen. Don't relax. Stay alert." It creates imaginary problems because safety feels temporary and fear feels familiar. You're not imagining danger. Your brain is replaying a world that no longer exists, but hasn't been told that yet. Number 1, Your brain doesn't trust you. Yet, and here's the part nobody wants to admit, your brain creates problems because it doesn't fully trust you to handle real life. It doesn't trust you to stay calm. It doesn't trust you to rest. It doesn't trust you to make decisions without overthinking them. It doesn't trust you not to walk into pain again. So it stays ahead of you. It runs simulations. It imagines threats. It prepares for disasters. It never stops scanning. Not because you're weak, but because your brain believes it's the only adult in the room. You're not fighting imaginary problems. You're fighting a nervous system that hasn't realized you've grown strong enough to survive without fear. Your brain will stop creating threats the moment it learns this one truth. You can handle life now. That's the update it's waiting for. Your brain is not your enemy. It's a scared guardian doing an outdated job. It sees danger because that's all it was trained to see. It imagines problems because it doesn't know who you've become. But here's the shift that ends the cycle. Stop asking, what's wrong with my mind? Start asking, what is my mind trying to protect me from? Because behind every imaginary problem is a real fear that was never seen, never heard, never healed. When you stop treating your mind like a threat and start treating it like a frightened child trying to keep you alive, something changes. The alarms get quieter. The spirals get weaker. The problems feel less real. And slowly, your brain learns what peace feels like. Your brain doesn't need you to fight it. It needs you to teach it that the danger's over. And when it believes you, the problems stop.